I think there's two schools of thought. There's sort of two philosophies that I ascribe to. One is live like Gino. And the other
we should live by that philosophy.
I think there's two ways that a thinking, feeling person can go about life in the modern age, and it's either you're in the Scatman's world or you're living like Gino, and maybe there's some overlap. I think had we listened to this prophet, we would have solved racism definitively. Fat man, scat man, black and white and brown man.
Black and white and brown.
He doesn't matter. He wants to hear about the color of your soul.
Ooh.
I think the male loneliness epidemic never happens. Wow. These are free-thinking men going their own way, growing sweet mustaches.
Dude, hail scat, man.
Welcome to Roden Tomatoes. I'm Ben Roden.
I'm Brady Tomatoes.
This is a show where we talk about movies,
magic, and Muppets.
Episode 3.
It's fun that we've made this a trilogy because we're talking about the second installment in famous trilogies or just sequels in general. Because there's some rules that we bent a little bit here, but for the most part, a lot of these are the movies that we're talking about today are the second installment in big trilogies, and we're tiering them: S meaning great, D meaning terrible. And here we are at we'll see the home stretch. We
hope.
I think we just.
There were no plans to make this a 3-parter.
It was supposed to be a one-off.
We suck. We suck at time management, and you guys are subjected to it.
Yeah.
So if you're still here, great.
We have had some hot takes for the people that I've previewed this episode for. Apparently, one of the things I said was that I would much rather watch Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull than Temple of Doom, and that ruffled some feathers.
People really don't like Crystal Skull.
I also hate Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
I would watch almost anything other than that. But yeah, to me, the Temple of Doom just doesn't feel like a premium movie. It just kind of feels like it's there, like a TV movie.
It feels like they. It feels like they adapted it from an Indiana Jones ride. It's like the junior novelization of a Disneyland ride.
Yeah. Indiana Jones ride, the movie.
It's all filler, no killer. Okay, let's just jump into it. We tend to ramble. Do we go where we need to go next?
I don't know how far we'll go with the rest of this list, because the movie that essentially started this podcast was Moana 2.
It's a podcast built on hate, on spite.
Yes, because in the same weekend, Ben and I watched Moana 2 in theaters with our kids, and someone here in the office had just mentioned, oh, we saw Moana 2, what'd you think about it? And I think it was Ben who was just it was terrible. And I was like, oh, it was so bad. And we just talked about how bad it was.
I had just listened to Scatman, and I was like, listen, I'm just going to speak my truth. Damn the consequences. Yeah, it was rough. There are very few movies that are actively painful for me to watch.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. I was squirming throughout. It was really hard for me to sit through. It was so boring.
I was just waiting for it to be done.
Yes.
And not very often am I in the theater oh my gosh, when can I leave?
No.
But Moana 2 was one. It was so bad.
I am the same way. I love a long movie. When people say the movie was too long, I'm like, sign me up. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I will, show me the English Patient back to back. I don't care. This felt like it was 6 hours in hell. And it's all, we've talked about this. Every movie is a commercial product, but this was the most shameless, we want to make money.
100%.
We had no ideas going into it. It was rotten.
It was so bad. This movie, so we've talked about what it means to have a good sequel. And this does none of those things.
No.
It does not build on anything. It backpedals Maui's arc, it backpedals Moana's arc. It's so dumb. It just introduces things. It doesn't the world building is guess what? Now there's a new threat and it could erase our story, and that's that's it. It
was just it was a real rotten stinker.
Yeah.
I liked the little coconut. What are those guys called? The little coconut warrior guys. They're called
Kakapoopus.
Kakapoopus.
Kagamusha. Kakapoopus.
They're called Onimusha.
Yeah.
They're called
Kagamori.
that sounds kind of right.
Kagamori. The little coconut demons.
They're called Furikake.
The rice sprinkles.
Yes. The island of the Furikake. Yeah. I mean, in our defense, there's going to be a Moana 3.
Yeah.
Because it's a product.
It made so much money. This movie made a lot of money, which is kind of the state of cinema these days, which is unfortunate.
You just put out slop. I mean, case in point, and we could do a whole episode, freaking War of the Worlds. You can put slop in front of people, and they will just flock to it. Flock into slop. That's what we're all about.
Here's the thing, though. I think I would much rather watch something that's so abysmally bad as War of the Worlds than Moana 2.
Oh, War of the Worlds was a 10 out of 10 movie watching experience.
Because you can hate watch that. I wouldn't even want to hate watch Moana 2.
No. It was like I would do anything but sit in this movie. It was just boring and dull, and I can't remember a single song. Okay, this is on me because I've been calling for the shelving of Lin-Manuel Miranda for years.
Oh, what have
I
you
don't
done?
dislike him necessarily, but I just feel like there comes a point where somebody becomes so engulfed in the zeitgeist that I just can't look at them or hear
like
from them.
Nickelback. Do you remember Nickelback
Yeah.
back in the day?
Get him out of here. It just... Or like Johnny Depp for a while, it was like when he was doing all the pirate movies, which we'll talk about, when he was doing The Lone Ranger, it was like anything remotely quirky, we have to get Johnny Depp for it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, put him in cold storage for 10 years. I was saying the same thing about Lin-Manuel, who did not do the music for Moana 2, and it sucked.
It's terrible.
It was so bad it had me wishing for Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
And that's a uncomfortable place for me to be.
You know, we've also talked about Chris Pratt on this podcast, and I think Chris Pratt was a victim of that as well, where it's just like every single thing every 3 months there was a new thing that Chris Pratt was doing.
Out of here. Right now it's Austin Butler. Get him out of here. Love him. Get him out of here.
And it's so interesting how people just have like these things where like Hollywood can not stop using like the hot item.
It's the casting equivalent of like you find one good move in a fighting game, and you're just like you just start spamming it. We are spamming actors to a greater degree than perhaps ever before. Although that's probably always happened. Maybe it's because there's such an onslaught of media that it's like we see him in the movie and we see him on TikTok and we see their YouTube reels, and it just is like I've had enough.
Yeah.
Just you're great. You go into cold storage, cryogenically freeze Chris Pratt in a Christian vat for 3 years, and then unleash him back on the world.
Yeah.
He'll be prayed up. He'll be ready to convert the masses and keep making
whatever he
movies.
does.
Whatever he does. He's great.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do we even say?
I don't know. This movie, I don't. It's just
a nothing. It's a nothing burger.
If S tier meant then I would put this in S tier, but D is our lowest tier. I feel like this has to go in D.
It has to go in D. It almost doesn't even belong on here. It's like barely a movie. It has that sort of Force Awakens thing where it's just like we're going to just kind of play the hits, but it does them all worse than the original.
Bad.
Music bad, characterization bad. Honestly I can hardly remember it, and I've thought about it a lot because I was trying to figure out why it's so bad. I did like the Bat Lady, but she was only teased.
Well, she was teased, and then she was like, "By the way, there's something else that's not me."
Oh yeah, they did the whole like
the big
MCU, like we're gonna
thing.
Introduce like
the
Polynesian
Thanos of Moana.
No, get out of here.
It was so dumb. There was one. If this had one redeeming quality, I think the animation. There was some shots of animation that looked really good. Like there's one where she goes, I think she's having a dream or something, but she like falls in the ocean and there's like this big whale that illuminates.
The like spirit whale.
And I thought like when that was the thing, I was like, that's a really cool desktop background.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I just was praying for the movie to be over. It was really terrible.
They sort of try to make her a superhero at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like she kind of gets god powers or something.
Yeah, she swims down, touches the island, which that's all that had to happen. And this ominous storm that doesn't do anything to anyone. It was just bad.
Here's my thing. This is a conversation we've had before. I think a little bit on the podcast, but also outside of the podcast. There's this feeling that animation is not a real art form, or that it's lesser. And so there's always this like, wouldn't it be cool if we remade this as live action because it feels like it's not real cinema? This movie proves the point that it's a product. Like this is a counterpoint to our point where it's like, this is so soulless and stupid that you can't take it seriously as a movie.
Yeah.
It walks back character arcs. Like the first one's great. Like her story's great. Maui's story is great. And then to say like those things don't matter, then it's like, oh, okay, this is just schlock then.
Yeah. It just kind of I hate when like you see the sequel of something and it ruins. So one of the reasons I have never seen Joker Folie à Deux, is that the same? Is because people say it ruins the first one. Yeah. And I like the first one, so I don't want to touch it. I wish I could go back and unsee Moana too.
Yeah.
In some cases, I will just view something as fan fiction, and I go, in my brain, this isn't canon. And so...
this is why I never saw Glass, that M. Night Shyamalan movie, because I love Unbreakable so much. Yeah. And I heard it just kind of ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of meh.
Woof. Woof, I say.
Yeah.
What can I say except me running? To quote my father.
Your father?
Have I not told you about this? I thought this was a reference you knew, so to drop that on you. So my dad, like, we just were having a conversation once about swearing. He was not like a big swearer growing up, but he was like, we've just, as we both gotten older, we've just become more frank about how fun it is to swear. And he was telling me about, he's like, I don't know where I heard this. I've never said this before, but he was like in his yard working. I think he was mowing his lawn or weed whacking, and like something like hit him in the shin, and he's like, what came to mind was me running. Anyway, that's what comes to mind when I think of Moana 2.
Yeah.
Or perhaps swimming would be more apt, but yeah, horrible movie, sucks, hate it, not a fan. Get out of here.
Moving on. We can probably go into more in depth with Moana 2 because I feel there's way more to say, but suffice to say, this is the bottom tier, absolutely terrible movie.
Does nothing that a sequel should do.
No.
Terrible. Makes the first one worse. Makes the characters dumber. Hate it. Sucks.
Okay, so the next one though, I feel like this is a pretty mixed bag. It gets as far as like people's experience with this movie, it's very mixed. I've seen it highly praised. I've seen it highly criticized. And then I've also seen it highly respected, like not necessarily like the movie as a whole, but it's like respected. But this is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah. So the things that I've seen over and over as far as praise for this movie goes is the CGI.
Oh.
So Davy Jones is still, to this day, this movie is what, like almost 20 years old?
Davy Jones may never be topped. He's so cool.
It was a combination of motion capture and like using Bill Nighy's facial movements and then all the different textures. And I've heard that, like the rain being like a very wet set piece, that kind of helps like sell the illusion. But Davy Jones is so believable. It is like the reason, that's like a good example of using CGI in a movie.
Oh, totally.
Because it really does sell the effect that he's like this kind of octopus creature thing.
It is like the example of how to do it right. And it's a combination of a great performance. I love his voice and his weird accent.
And he does that.
And he just, he sounds wet and slobbery. He sounds like, okay, he has human parts under there, but there's also some octopus parts that have grown into his vocal cords or into his mouth.
Amazing performance.
It's so cool.
I do think another thing that this film did well was really make you anticipate the third one. It's similar to Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. This one kind of left on a not so positive note.
Right. Does this end with Jack Sparrow getting eaten by the Kraken?
He gets eaten by the Kraken, and then you see Barbossa come down the stairs.
Yes. Also, the CGI of the tentacles of the Kraken, I remember looking so good. There's a moment where like one of the tentacles kind of rubs up against the side of the ship or some structure and then kind of like pops back into place. And you're like, I've chewed on an octopus. That's what it would do. I know what that texture feels like. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a standalone movie, this one's really good. It does like deepen the lore. Mm-hmm. This is one where it's like the first Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of perfect.
Right.
Just a great adventure movie. I feel like it's...
You can cut after the first one, and it's like...
It's awesome.
It's great.
I feel like it's up there with like the Brendan Fraser Mummy as like, I will sit down and watch this anytime. It's basically a perfect, just fun adventure movie.
We didn't do the Mummy!
Oh, no!
The Scorpion King?
The Scorpion King? Is that the second one?
That's the second one.
Oh, gosh.
Or
this can't be a 4-parter. But
Oh, man. Anyways, maybe we'll have to go back and we'll visit the Mummy trilogy by itself. Yeah. And anyways.
My point was, I think this as a sequel is good. I feel like the third one, there were too many notes. And so 100%. I feel like as I'm assessing the trilogy, I think, Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, but the first two are great.
Yeah.
I think this is a very solid sequel.
The one thing that kind of took me out of it, although there were some fun parts of it, is when the credited captain, I can't remember his name.
Oh, the Norrington, Commodore Norrington.
Yeah, so Norrington and Will Turner, like Orlando Bloom's character, and Jack Sparrow are all fighting on the freaking like wheel, like the.
Oh, see, I love that.
It's a fun one. It's very like Pirates of the Caribbean-y, but there was parts in that I was like, this is. So you have like the wheel in the background. You got all these like things kind of going. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
It's
crazy.
But
it's fun.
It's
right?
over the top.
It's fun.
But it feels like, it knows what it is.
And I would take Dead Man's Chest over like any other of the pirate movies that have followed since.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, not the first one, but how many are there? I feel like they like I think there's 5 right now. 5 or 6 in before I even knew what was happening.
Yeah, I think there's 5 because you have the Stranger Tides, which doesn't have Orlando Bloom.
Or is Depp in all of them?
Depp's in all of them.
He's got to be. He's bankable.
He's the thing. But that's the one with like the mermaids and stuff. And then the 5th one was with Javier Bardem, and he's like the.
Oh, I vaguely remember him.
Yeah.
Is the 3rd one where they introduce all the like the pirate council?
They had the pirate council. There's Calypso. She's like the god of the ocean, and
does she get introduced in the first one or the second one?
The second one,
because her introduction is also very cool.
Yeah,
where she's kind of in the swamp.
Yeah,
but
in the bayou, like she's talking.
Yeah, they did. We're not doing that, Brady. We're way too wide to be attempting that.
That's what she says, though. The pirates. It's pirates. What is it? That's like not Caribbean, but like. Yeah. Is that a Caribbean accent?
Yeah, I think she's Caribbean.
Yeah. Anyways, we're getting into more rambling territory.
Okay.
But, I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
I think it's an A.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say A.
I would.
We have How to Train Your Dragon. We have Back to the Future 2. I think it's in good company there.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know if it's. Yeah, I think it's to be S tier, to be on par with The Dark Knight and Toy Story 2 and Empire. That is a really hard. What's the plinth? No, pillar. That's a hard place to get to.
It's a
That's a hard pillar.
It's a hard phallic object of some kind. It's a plinth. It's a pillar. It's an obelisk.
Yeah.
It's a hard podium to reach. Is podium what you were looking for? Like
podium. That's the one.
Podium?
That's the one I'm looking for. A hard podium to reach. I think that it's a great movie, but it didn't. Even like the first one, if it was only the first Pirates of the Caribbean, life would be fine.
Yeah,
because it's really great. I don't think it needs to exist. Where I do look at like Empire Strikes Back and like that that completes it. That makes the first one even better because it like builds on it.
Totally.
So yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
A tier.
Shrek.
2. Shrek 2. My wife started watching with my kids, and she's like, I don't remember this being so edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved Shrek 2.
Shrek 2, is that human Shrek?
That is human Shrek. It's the giant gingerbread man. It's the
good. As he falls into the river. That's great.
Pinocchio say a lie or something like you're wearing ladies' underwear. I'm wearing ladies' underwear. Are you? I am not. I died in the theater.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think it's solid. It feels like a continuation of the first one. It's very like a lot of pop culture references, which feels kind of a little dated now. Like at the time it didn't feel so reliant on pop culture, but it's great. It's a great flick. So the plot of this one, Fiona transforms into an ogre, and then they have to break the news to her parents, right?
Yes.
That she's married, she's chosen this as her true form, and she's married to this ogre.
Her parents are not down with that. Fiona's fine with it, but Shrek is feeling sad that he kind of robbed her of this life.
John Cleese is the dad. Is Julie Andrews?
I believe she's the queen, yeah.
Great voice talent.
Yeah.
And then the fairy godmother shows up in this one because doesn't she have like a secret deal with the dad because he's really a frog?
The frog
or something?
prince, yeah. I do like that idea.
Jennifer Saunders, she's great. She's a great villain.
Prince Charming has like
he's just
the
kind of
whip.
a dunce.
Yeah.
I love the scene where she's like ordering fast food for him in the flying carriage.
Oh
it's
yeah, like the
good.
burger. It's like Burger King, and he like puts on a little crown.
It's great.
This is a solid sequel. It introduces Puss in Boots, and so without
now you just can't imagine the series without him.
Yeah,
he becomes very quickly just part of the crew.
Did it need to exist? This is a really hard one because I don't know if it needs to exist because Shrek 1 was so good.
Yeah.
But I do think that this adds to it. The third, fourth, and I think fifth one they're doing, I don't know if those need to exist.
No,
but this one I feel is very fun. It explores more of Shrek's character, where he's putting other people before him. Where the first one, that's where he had to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And it was mostly out of a place of spite, and hatefulness.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to he had to learn to not hate so much, and care for somebody else. So he learns to care for Fiona, and then this one he starts putting Fiona's feelings before him. And really learning to self-sacrifice. And so I think it's not just like the same note over again.
No, and it's all the Shrek movies are surprisingly poignant sometimes. I think in this one, the scene where they're staying in her room and he finds her childhood journal.
Oh, right.
And he realizes I'm not who she wanted to end up with.
Right.
It feels even though he's an ogre, it feels this is raw and somebody this is real to the character. And they always have such great musical cues in this movie. So it's always they just drive it home, Hallelujah in the first one.
Yes.
I can't remember the music that plays in this scene.
There's Holding Out for a Hero.
Oh yeah,
the Fairy Godmother
great.
sings that one.
But there's some very kind of Shrek's down moments where the musical cues are you're just oh
yeah,
I feel you, buddy.
Yeah, very, very well done, very well written.
I feel it's a good thing that this came out when it did, because if it came out today, the amount of inappropriate human Shrek content we would be inundated with. I feel he would just be there would be human Shrek thirst trap TikTok accounts and they would explode.
Yeah.
Human Shrek Rule 34, I'm sure there's a ton of it already. But I feel it was at an era where that had not become so mainstream to be creepy about animated characters. And now people would be
You've probably introduced an idea that people haven't thought of yet. So.
No. That's the nature of Rule 34. It already exists. You can't speak it into existence. It's already there. Okay. Great sequel.
Oh gosh, is it on? I'm looking at it's hard to compare it to The Dark Knight, but I'm on with Toy Story 2. Does Shrek 2 Is it equal to Toy Story 2 in greatness?
I don't think so. I think it's a high
A. Because I'm looking at How to Train Your Dragon 2. I'm like, that one was also fantastic.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable. I would put it at A.
I think it's A.
Yeah.
I think it's an A tier. Look at us. We are cruising through. What's the next one?
We have Transformers.
This one was like, when we thought we'd need more content, let's add some more movies. Clearly, we don't need it in here. Yeah. This one I almost don't want to talk about because the first movie is such a nothing burger that it's like, who even cares about Transformers? I will say this.
Wait, a nothing burger. Tell me about this.
Well, it's just kind of like the whole series is so disposable that it's like, who cares what I think about number 2? It's Transformers. It's Michael Bay. I will say the first Transformers movie I thought was a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's like, it's got all the weird Michael Bay-ness, and it's like, I hate the way his movies are colored. I hate that everything's oversaturated.
Yep.
It feels so like the Linkin Park cue is so funny now and gets overused, but like, like the little like piano thing at the end of the movie has become such a funny film joke now that like when it shows up in like a YouTube video, it makes me laugh every time.
So I've heard people. I actually saw a Reddit post where someone said, like, in the late 2000s, it's like we had Christopher, what's his name that does Optimus Prime? Christopher,
the voice actor.
The voice actor.
Great voice.
So like we had this guy, we had Chester Bennington singing "What I've Done," and it was like this new Transformers. It was like this was like we did not appreciate this enough.
Didn't, yeah,
because it really is pretty epic. Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
Like that's one of Linkin Park's like most famous songs is "What I've Done." I still rock out to this day.
It's great. So it's so great. So yeah, that first movie, it's kind of a shaggy dog, but I do love it. I grew up with the Transformers, so seeing it well done was like, okay, this kind of slaps. I saw it randomly in Germany. I was studying abroad, and I think I saw it with my mom. And there's the scene where that Pavlo helicopter lands in the U.S. base, and it's a Decepticon, and they don't know it.
Oh, yeah.
And then it transforms, and it's shot like it's just a wide shot, so you can see like somebody like came up with how this is actually going to transform. I was like, okay, this is like 12-year-old Ben is like living this moment right now. It was cool to see.
The first Transformers, I feel, is great. I mean, it's not a perfect movie, but it's a fun one. It's like
fun.
People should watch it because it's fun.
It's fun, and Shia LaBeouf is like, it's before he like started huffing his own farts. It's when he's still kind of like Disney Channel era. He's like very bumbling. He has that like ultra naturalistic line delivery. He's perfect in that movie.
Yeah.
He's a great Sam Witwicky.
The Transformers really skyrocketed the career of Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. Because no one knew who Megan Fox was until Transformers.
And every teenage boy, and well, every man under the age of 85 was suddenly like, Megan Fox? Who is this? Yeah. Megan Fox, I think, got involved with Michael Bay. I feel like there was some Michael Bay happening there.
Oh, no.
Maybe he helped promote her. But anyway, did you ever see Jennifer's Body?
No.
Rocks.
Really?
It's great.
Oh.
It's a movie that got completely mismarketed, but it's a really, really smart, very funny movie.
It's a comedy?
It's like a horror comedy, but it's like really funny and satirical, and like people have made a bunch of YouTube videos about this movie because it's way better than people give it credit for, and she's great in it.
Okay, we'll have to check that out.
Anyway, it's really fun. Yeah. So anyway,
this all leading up to Transformers 2.
Transformers 2. It's like it's just the same movie again, and I've lost patience for it because once was plenty.
Yes.
With a Michael Bay movie. When you end a movie with giant robots fighting at the Hoover Dam, where can you go but up?
Yeah.
Is that what I meant to say? Where can you go but down?
Down?
Down in quality, up in scale. It's just like it gets crazy, and then you get like the super like racist caricature robots.
Yeah.
I think this is the one where the they do the Devastator, which is all the Decepticons come
Yeah,
together.
they kind of come together into a Megazord, and there's like the balls.
Yeah, it has swinging like truck nuts. It has 2 like demolition balls, and it's too much.
It was, yeah. Overall, this didn't add to anything. Like the Allspark was kind of in the first one was kind of the end all, and then it's like, but guess what? There's also the Fallen that has like this little dagger thing that also can destroy things. It was
See, these are all just
rinse and repeat.
A blur to me.
Yeah.
I will say what's it called? The Last Night, or one of the sequels that has the word night in it, is up there with Moana 2 as like, I cannot wait to get out of here.
Really?
That's a movie that made me like physiologically angry, like elevated pulse. Like I had this moment watching this movie because much like Moana, you watch it and you're like, thousands of people worked really hard, and there are cool details, and like the special effects, as overblown as they are, they're very well done. And I just remember thinking like, so many people devoted 2 or 3 years to this, and it's so and mindless. That one I may revisit because I think it might be so bad it's good.
Okay.
Anthony Hopkins is in it.
Ooh.
And they're giving him nothing.
Oh.
And at one point, Anthony Hopkins watches a Transformer drive up onto his property and says, "Bitchin' car." And that alone might make it worth a rewatch. But I remember just feeling like we could be solving world hunger. We could be making good art. We could be, paying teachers more. Like all of these resources and all of this talent and all of this time is going into this absolute corny dump.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that. So yeah. Okay, back to Transformers 2. Who cares? The tier, is there like a who cares category? It's probably fine. It's probably like a D or a C. It's probably better than...
I think to make a point, I don't want to put it on the same line as Moana 2 because I hate Moana 2 so much.
No, this is like, it's
like Men in Black 2, right? Like
this is like a watch on the airplane, or this is like, hey, they're showing this on TNT and you're eating chicken wings. It's fine.
So C tier? Feel good about that?
We go
like a low C. Let's put that on like low C.
It's a low C for sure. Okay.
But just to show so much more hate to Moana 2, I don't want to put it on the same line as that.
No, nothing can be there except, probably nothing. Okay.
So we're shifting gears though because we've talked about some
stinkers.
But we are moving into the second installment of the original Lord of the Trings, the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Two Towers.
Two Towers. Phenomenal.
So good.
I have a shameful admission about this movie. I fell asleep in it.
Really?
I never
Did you see
asleep.
did you go to a midnight?
I went to a midnight
release?
showing in high school, and I did fall asleep just momentarily. And it was right at the end, but I did fall asleep. But it's great. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal movie. I can't think of a better adaptation than what Peter Jackson did with The Lord of the Rings. Because I love the books and I love the movies. I think almost without exception, the changes made for the movie version are pitch perfect. It expands things that need to be expanded. It fleshes out characters. It combines stuff and streamlines stuff that wouldn't serve a film. I just love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I did hear an argument once where someone said, like, the elves wouldn't have shown up, to Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm not so into the lore, but I think for the case that the movie was making, I think it was fine. And it was still, like, very hopeless.
Yeah.
Even with the elves.
No, I think a lot of purists don't like that point. But yeah, again, I think... To me, it absolutely captures the spirit of the book while making it kind of an action film, which is what Tolkien's son kind of hates about it, I guess.
Oh, really?
He's like, they dumbed it down and made it into an action movie, and I'm like, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can sell like 8 pages of Aragorn singing an ode to his ancestors on screen. Like you kind of have to turn some dials and crank it up.
Yeah, I love the Two Towers. If stand alone, if I were to recommend any movie of the trilogy to someone, it would be Fellowship, because that's the one that made me feel things. Like when they're breaking the Fellowship, that's amazing. But this is my favorite of the trilogy. Mm-hmm. Two Towers is so good. The lead up to Helm's Deep, you get to know like the Rohirrim people, King Theoden and him like being possessed by Wormtongue. And
Theoden, I'm blanking on the actor's name. Perfect casting.
So good.
He's great. He's got such gravitas. This is a change that I think is positive. The actually being possessed by Wormtongue / Saruman is way more explicit in the film than it is in the book. And it makes way more sense. Because in the book, it's kind of like, you're trusting a guy named Wormtongue? His name's Wormtongue. Don't take advice from him. Yeah. And in the movie, it's like, no, this is like he's put a spell on him, which is a little more wishy-washy in the book. Anyway, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Did it need to be made? Absolutely.
Well,
does it expand on everything? Absolutely. Like this is up there for me. Like I would put this in S tier. This is right up there with Empire and Dark Knight.
I think it's S tier. It is necessary as part of the adaptation, but it also, it does everything the first one does, adds to it, adds new characters without losing the tone or the feel or introducing anything that's like,
Yeah. Even though it introduces more characters, I love that it doesn't feel so overwhelming, because you're like, we're here with like Gimli and Aragorn and Legolas, and you're following their story.
Yeah.
And you're like, we have Frodo and Sam following their story, and like we have Merry and Pippin.
It's great.
And it's so good.
It's very, very good. Also, quick trivia, not a lot of people know this. Did you know that when Aragorn kicked that helmet, in anger, he actually broke his toe?
I did hear that.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know that. It's not a famous fact at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the meme of the kid that's like sitting in a computer lab and just like flexing? You can see his like neck sinews. I always see that in reference to like me trying not to tell someone he broke his toe when that scene comes up. You're just one of the most famous film factoids. It's so great.
It's not in the theatrical version, but in the extended version, there's I'm pretty sure it's this one where like they're walking to Helm's Deep and Éowyn makes like soup and she hands it to people.
Oh yeah.
And this was my buddy Josiah. This was his favorite part of the movie, but she like hands him soup and he puts like a chunk of it in his mouth and he kind of holds it there for a second. He's like. And she just kind of stands there, and he swallows it, and he's like, "It's good."
It's so good. And then he goes to dump it out, and she looks back, and he like burns his hand trying to keep the soup in the bowl. What always fascinated me is like, you were in the plains. What is she finding that is that gross? There's like some weird, looks like a scallop. There's some sort of weird gelatinous substance in there.
Yeah.
Poor Éowyn.
Yeah.
She just wants Aragorn so bad.
She can't do it.
She can't have him. But then she ends up with Faramir, who's a bro.
Oh yeah, that's more in the books, right? You don't really see that in the movies.
Yeah, and that's actually a great part of the book. Their little like love stories.
Yeah,
I
think that was great.
That's, I guess, if I had complaints as a Tolkien purist, there's a lot of stuff in Return of the King that gets glossed over. That's cool. But anyway, fabulous flick.
Home stretch, Ben. This is it. Final movie we've got on the tier list. This is the second installment in the original X-Men trilogy.
X2.
X-Men United.
X-Men Untied to the dyslexic.
This is what I actually thought about last night as I was walking my dog randomly. Because the third one was so bad.
The third one's trash.
It was so bad.
The third one was really poorly done and sad.
And then I was thinking of like the first one. I was like, the first one was fun. It was like kind of like the first superhero movie.
Yeah.
But it's meh.
Yeah. The third act is super meh. I feel like the first like half of that X-Men movie is awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that once they get to the Statue of Liberty, it's just kind of meh.
And there's a lot of like just like zingers that don't zing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning?
The same thing as anything else.
Same thing that happens to everything else. And it's like, did that test well? Because that's rotten.
It was bad. X2 though is so good.
It's good.
The opening sequence with Nightcrawler trying to assassinate, amazing.
Maybe one of the best openings of any film ever.
So good.
Hype. Gets you absolutely hyped and then introduces the conflict. He vanishes. The mutant forever dagger falls on the what's that table called? That famous desk in the Oval Office.
The president desk.
Yeah.
Presidesk.
No, it's called the Resolute. It's in
thing?
It's in National Treasure because there's these two desks that were made out of a ship.
Oh.
Have you not seen National Treasure? We could have done National Treasure. Damn it to hell.
And then the other part that like when I saw it in theaters, like my adrenaline started pumping and I was getting so jazzed is when Magneto rips the metal, the iron out of the guy's blood and makes those little discs.
That whole sequence is so cool.
Incredible.
Rebecca Romaine like seduces the jackass security guard and injects the metal into him. Oh,
so good.
And
the turn at the end, I feel like where they Magneto switch, because it's like there's the kid with the two eyes that can focus on somebody, and like it's like Stryker's son or something, and he's trying to get his son to like. He like needs he has built Cerebro so he can focus on all mutants, and then wants to have like his son, his son is like the illusionary guy.
He's using the son to control
Xavier to kill all the mutants.
To kill mutants using Cerebro.
And then Magneto.
We've both had sex with women. We know this, and we've managed it. Go us.
Yeah. And then Magneto flips the script.
Yep.
And says target all humans, which is so badass. I thought that was so cool.
It's great. It does the thing that a lot of good X-Men stories do. Why would I say that? That is it's a lot of I don't know anything. But yeah, it feels like I know very little about X-Men other than I loved the show and I've read some comics. It seems like they do a good job of like the shifting alliances thing because Charles and Eric Lenshaw, because they grew up as friends, there's this like
this interesting dynamic.
Like they love each other and they hate each other, and in this one they have to work with Magneto's crew to sort of defeat Stryker. Freaking Brian Cox as Stryker.
So good.
Great.
Yeah.
How did Brian Cox end up as the voice of McDonald's? I love it so much.
McDonald's?
Yes.
Like currently?
Yes. Listen to a McDonald's ad, and it's Brian effing Cox.
That's freaking cool.
Reading about the Big Mac. It's just amazing. I love Brian Cox, and I'm always just like, what a strange... they're like, okay, Burger King has Ving Rhames. Where can we go next?
Oh, yeah.
I think Wendy's should get like Werner Herzog or...
Ooh. What is this? It is a square patty in the shape, the most geometric shape.
The biological form has been reduced to a square. Is there a better simile for the plight of the humanity in the modern era than this?
So
reduction to a geometric shape designed for capitalistic exploitation.
Oh.
I loved Brian Cox. Anyway, yeah. X2, X-Men Untied, just a fabulous flick. Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, so cool. They do a really good job in these first two movies of taking really outlandish characters and making them feel somewhat believable.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It feels true to the comic book without it feeling silly. Like all the characters are like, oh no, like Wolverine, they do a nod to like, what, should I be wearing yellow spandex?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the movie that really made Hugh Jackman like a star, at least in the U.S. And maybe there's other stuff that he was in, because he was big in the first one, but I remember feeling like, oh, he's a really good actor.
Well, he became an icon. This was like the Weapon X where he's jumping out of the tank and he's like all ripped and stuff. So this one was.
And there's some really, I don't know, better than I think some more recent superhero movies. There's like a sense of real violence and threat in these movies. Like the scene where Stryker's men like invade the school at night, and he's like, they're darting all the kids, and Wolverine like kills that guy up against the fridge. It feels like, oh, this is intense.
It was a little bit more gritty and very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I remember being so sad that there was a chance to see Colossus fight because I love Colossus.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the students, and he like transforms, and Wolverine's like, "You stay here," and I was like, "No, I just want to see him punch somebody."
Yeah, I think that was a lot of people's experience. People that really like the X-Men.
I will say, I think this one, and this would be interesting to go through and check each of these off. I think this is far and away the best of the trilogy. I think it's better than the
100%.
first, definitely better than the third. I think it's rare that the second one is like, oh, if you're going to watch any X-Men movie,
Just watch
this one. It's a complete standalone. I guess we said the same thing about Two Towers.
Yeah.
But I think it's the best of the Bryan Singer X-Men movie.
Totally.
It sets up the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix storyline, which they completely flubbed in the third. But I think does everything you want a sequel to do. Great setup, deep in stuff, great villain. Leaving Stryker chained to a chunk of concrete to drown in the flood he created. Oh, ooh, Shakespearean.
Sorry.
When you watch that
meeting right now.
Oh my gosh! Look at us.
Look at us.
We did it.
Almost. Where are we putting this?
I think it might be S tier. I don't know that it's. Yeah, I think it's the top of A or the bottom of S.
You know what? Just so we have a nice cascading.
Oh yeah, look at that distribution. I think I also might have a meeting.
Look at that. So we did it. It only took us like many hours.
3 episodes. Okay, now think back briefly to our 3 episodes. How did episode 2, where does it come in? I'm going to say first negative, first demerit. Did it need to exist? No. It only exists because we have poor time management and had no concept of how long this would take. So that's a initial demerit.
Did it add to the lore of our podcast?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think, but I mean, I think that's just the nature of the podcast. Mm-hmm. It's such a low effort medium that simply by talking, we're adding to the lore. Did not feature Muppets. Demerit.
Yeah. So
would I rather listen to it than watch Moana 2? Yes.
100%.
Would I rather listen to it than watch Men in Black 3? Yes. I think it's a C tier episode.
Okay. So
C tier sequel.
Of our trilogy of podcasts, rating the second installment, our second installment fits nicely on a C tier. This is very fun.
And then if we were going to rate the whole trilogy, I would say these 3 episodes probably F tier.
That was so bad. Ben, this is fun, man.
It's always fun. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you.
Live like Gino.
Live like Gino.
Bye.
Scatman.